Hey y'all, this is your pal Billy 5248547 here again. And today we're gonna be trying some homegrown tobacco. Now, a lot of you must have seen my videos on how to grow tobacco, and there's a whole playlist on that if you haven't, so be sure to check it out. So, the product I got here from the last harvest is a whole lot of Virginia Gold tobacco leaf. And I have maybe 10 times or 15 times this amount. But what I do with it is I turn it into plug. So here's some plug that is mixed with raw honey and jack. So then I cut it into flakes. There we go. Is that gonna? There we go. Cut it into flake, like so. Will that focus? Yeah. Cut into flake, and then once the flake is rubbed out, leave it to dry for half an hour. It's still a bit wet, but I usually just toast it in the bowl. And today I'm going to be smoking, and some of you may have seen the unboxing for the Savinelli. Focus. There we go. Savinelli Roma Lucite 207 straight apple. So this is a great pipe. A bit smaller than I was expecting. But still real good. Oh yeah, and before I get started, I'd just like to do a couple of shout outs. I'd like to do a shout out to Backyard Cigars. I'll put a link in the bucket. Yeah, go and check out his Backyard Cigars channel and give the guy a sub. He's doing some good stuff there. He's a dedicated man. And another one to Boca to Boynton. I'll stick him in the bucket as well. Go and check him out too. He's a pipe channel. And wherever you are, Mutton Chop Piper, how about another video? Just smoking a pipe and talking about whatever comes to mind. You don't even have to put much effort into it. It doesn't have to be a tutorial or anything. We miss you, brother. Oh yeah, and Mama. And her country ham. Okay, right, so let's get this thing going with my trusty Zippo here. The check tool. Yeah, it's not completely dry, but that's how it comes out of the plug. You're patient enough to wait for it to dry properly. So what I do with this is I put raw honey on it, and I saturate it in whiskey using a Q-tip or cotton swab, whatever you call it, and that takes the bitterness out of it if it hasn't been aged for a year yet. I'm not used to talking and smoking. What I'm tasting up front is the honey. It's not a ton of honey in there. It's definitely noticeable. Now I'm tasting the Jack Daniels. which makes the honey not just taste like honey, if you know what I mean. So, and of course I'm tasting the Virginia taste, especially the mouthfeel. That it's you know, Virginia always reminds me of hay. So it's yeah, it's got that taste going on too. And the three go real well together. There's no astringency or bitter taste. If you took Virginia that's this young and you smoked it straight, it's gonna be a bit bitter if you haven't got a year of age on it. But if you grow it every year or two, you've always got some aging ripe. So that's my plan. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, I like that. Oh, by the way, thanks to everybody who gave me positive comments on my latest video for this one, Tobacco Street, the Sesame Street parody for pipe smokers. The 3D work takes a long time. After you've done all the animation, you got to render it out, and the computer, even though it's a pretty good computer, 10 seconds of 10 seconds of video animated, you know, rendered out, so you have the images at 24 frames a second. It takes like 20 minutes, half an hour. By then you lose your train of thought. And then I got to Photoshop all things like the Sesame Street sign into the Tobacco Street sign, and, you know, do the motion graphic animation, which is I do that in Final Cut Pro. Then that's got to be done too, you know, so that all takes a while. Whereas a video like this, you turn it on and might chuck some music in the background, that blues track, and there's your video, right? I got to do the thumbnail too. Yeah, that's in Photoshop. But anyhow, see, that's gone out already because I've been talking too much. I'll light that in a second. If I leave it for a little while, it'll keep evaporating that moisture out of it, and it'll stay lit more easily. That's what I usually do. And now I've got the taste in my mouth. It's, you know when you smoke pipe, the taste stays in your mouth, and it's for like an hour later, you're still going, it tastes good. You know, it's tasting the honey and tasting the whiskey. So it's like you do get those honey-based whiskeys. You know, with like Wild Turkey does one. You know, it's I can't remember what it's called. I've had it before. It's whiskey, and they've added honey to it, and maybe some spices and herbs. But yeah, it's a bit like that. Yeah, maybe not as sweet, but yeah, more sort of whiskey. It depends which plug I do. I mean, it's a bit arbitrary how much honey I put on. You got your cotton swab and you're wiping the whiskey all over it. It's looking real wet, and then you're gonna roll it up into a tube and then jam it into the metal device and make the plugs in. I've got a video on that if you want to watch that too. Yeah, and then you get a butter knife and you get a little bit of honey. You just gotta dot it sort of here and there. So I mean, no two plugs going to be exactly the same. It's not commercial, but yeah, and the thing is, when it's in the plug, the air can't get to it. It's going to age well. Oh, let's get one out, shall we? Making you look through the jar. Let's have a look. Here we go. See, this one's pretty wet still. It's probably the honey in it. I'll have to put my hand behind it so it focuses. Get go. See the stem there? That's one of the small stems, not the main stem. Yeah, and then you got a whole jar. I mean, gonna enjoy smoking that. It's also good to have a zipper working properly. This isn't the one I fixed in 2 videos ago, but that other zipper of mine was driving me crazy. So yeah, I found a fix for it. No one else on YouTube seems to have ever had that problem, but maybe you have, and go and have a look at that video too, if you will. Yeah, I was going to use matches, but I don't know. This is what I usually use, and yeah, you do get a bit of butane, but it's only for a second, right? Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to smoke the rest of this and leave you to it. If you enjoy this video and you want to see me smoking some more, I got another Savinelli coming. It's due tomorrow, actually, so I'll do an unboxing for that. You'll let me know in the comments, and I'll do more of these smoking videos. So be good, and thanks for watching.